Hello family members, my name is Amarodago and you're welcome back to my channel. If you're seeing my face for the very first time, I'm originally from Nigeria and I bring to you content based on how you can obtain your visas, immigration news, and how you can live your best life right here in España. If you think you can relate to that kind of content, then please do consider subscribing by pressing the red subscribe button down below. Turn on your bell notifications so whenever I post, you'll be the first to get notified. Liking this video if you like my kind of content, sharing this content to other people you think may need problem solving videos just like this ones, and leaving your thoughts on the set topic or suggestions of subsequent topics you would like to see here on my channel. Disclaimer, I am not an immigration lawyer, neither am I a recruiter. This video is brought to you based on my personal research and personal experience. So guys, do well to do your research before you take your next step. Today is going to be an interesting one. It's going to be a tutorial video, and believe you me, you need this video if you're planning to come study in a Are you coming to study in Spain and you are coming from countries that are not under the European Union? That means the educational system of the country where you had your previous degree is not the same as what we have in Spain. This would only mean one thing. In order for you to continue your studies in Spain, you will need to homologate your certificate. I don't know if you've heard this word from my mouth or you've heard it from any admission body in Spain. They will tell you about homologating your certificate because they want to know what your degree is. So if you present your transcript from your country of origin, it will not tally with what is obtainable here in Spain, and because of this they will need to homologate your certificate. So what is homologation? Homologation simply means bringing your own transcript up to the standard of what is obtainable in Spain. Most people just want to have admissions. They don't know that there are some certain things they need to do and some certain steps that need to be taken in order for this to be accomplished. Before now, to homologate your certificate, you will need to send your certificate either to the Spanish government consulate in the country where you come from for them to help you, forward it to the Ministry of Education for them to do it for you. But right now they have actually left it open as something that can be done online, and you don't even need to pay, because before, if they do it for you, you have to pay TASA. But right now you don't need to pay any TASA. Once you have a system and you have a Wi-Fi that is functional, you'll be able to do it in the comfort of your home and get the equivalent certificate from, let's say for example, your certificate from Dubai. You need to know what the equivalent is in Spain. So in order for you to have the equivalent of this, you need to homologate it. Before we get into the tutorial, I would like to explain to you the things that are needed in order for you to even be prepared to homologate your certificate in the first place. Number one, you have to make sure that you have your certificate of study, that's your degree certificate, and the transcript. If you come from universities that do not issue transcript, that's official transcript to individuals, then you can request for a student copy of this transcript. Some universities might state that they don't forward transcript since it's official, except they forward to like a school, or they forward it to the consulate. But they will definitely have a student copy. You can request for this, and once you're able to request for this and it's forwarded to you, you need this student copy, because you need to impute what you have on your student copy of transcript into the system. So without saying any other thing, I'll be taking you into the tutorial. Guys, do not skip a bit of this video. So the first thing you need to do is to get your email address, because this was actually sent to us by school. And then we get to this page. You have to read in the details. Everything here needs to be read. This will be fast, so when you're doing yours, you need to pay attention and read so that you understand what you're doing. So now we're going to go to the general page, which would explain to us the process. We're going to go straight into that, and here we need to register, because we are doing it for the first time. If you have done this before, you don't need to register again. You just put in your user name and password. but I'm clicking on register and it's going to take me to the page to register. So registration is basically for organizations and for individuals. So I'm not an organization. I'll be clicking the individual link so that it takes me to what I need to do. So right now I need to like put in my personal information basically. So I'm going to be using the name Victor Osime, and the surname is Osime. Second surname is not I don't have a second surname, so I won't be putting that in. I'm going straight, skipping that stage to date of birth, which I'm imputing currently. Then document type is important. So if you have your resident permit, you're going to be putting in NIE. If not, you click order, which is what most people will be clicking. So just click that and it will register. Then if you're using your international passport, you need to put your passport number, which is, just make sure you get it correctly because this information is very important. So after that, this number, I didn't put this because I don't think it's not like compulsory. You're going to put in your password. Password you need to put in here has to be something you can easily remember, has to have the right combination so that it's not rejected. So do well to put in that password with a mix of letters and characters basically, and go on to put in a functional email address where you can get your emails, because information will be sent to that email and you need to be able to access it. So after this, you're going to repeat the email address as well. Then this is me repeating the email address, as you can see. And the next one will be to just put in a valid phone number. In this place, I made a mistake putting in a Nigerian phone number without attaching the international code, and you will see because of this I had to come back to do it again. So here you need to read like terms and conditions. They're telling you an email. Okay, it will be sent to, an email will be sent to us. Email and mobile phone number indicated will be used to receive communications. So remember this and read up the details. You have time, so do it. Read. So after I finish reading, you have to click on this statement showing them that you have actually read it. And once you have done that, you now go to the next thing. It took me back because of the number that I did not put the international code, so I'm going back there to put in my international code. And yeah, after I do this, I needed to also put back my password because it has already cleared. I didn't save it, so this is me putting in the password as well and just repeating it. Yeah, and now I'll be clicking again, and it's definitely going to take me to the page that I want it to take me to. So okay, I'm still putting this, then I'm going to put acceptor, then it takes me to this page. So this page is telling me check your system login details. Please note that it will be the same for the procedure at the electronic headquarters of the Ministry of Education. So this process is what you're still going to go through if you go to them directly. That's what they're trying to tell you. So then if you're satisfied with the data, please press confirm. I did that and it took me here. It's necessary to activate your user to access the system. So there was an email that was sent to my email address, and they're telling me here that in a few moments, maximum 2 hours, you will receive an email with the necessary information. So I'm going now to check my email if I've received one, and I can find here that I have received one from them. And in Spanish, but I was able to know that they're trying to tell me that I need to click it in order to access my page basically. So this is me accessing my page. So here you have to put in your passport data, the passport number that you use for your registration. You have to make sure that you put in the right one, unless you won't be able to access it. Then going on further, you have to impute that password which you used to open this page. So when you do this correctly, you can press the accept, and it will take you to this page. So now we are in this page. When you get here, it says here access to procedure. I clicked on that and it took me here. So at this stage, we are going to start very soon to put in our details. That's why I said you need your transcript to be with you. The student copy transcript has to be with you. Here, there are some terms and conditions you need to read and accept before you are being taken directly to start imputing in your subjects one after the other. So make sure you read this very correctly. There is a place that the first one, don't tick it, tick the second one. Then here it takes me to paragraph. This paragraph 1, this is information I need to fill. So document type, click on it, and the document type will come out. The sex will also come out. You click if you're a male or a female. I decided to go for man here. Then date of birth is the one I'm going to be putting now. All right, after you put in your date of birth, this date of birth can be really very dicey. It took me a while before I was able to just delete what you find in this space or in that column and fill in your original date of birth. It will be able to register. You put in the email address that you used initially to register, and you can see that nationality is required. I skipped that part, so I have to go back and find what I skipped, impute my nationality, and it was good to go. So just press skip. So it will tell you here that the operation has been carried out successfully. Okay, so you can see what it's saying here. So you now go to this. You see that this one that is like thick fonts is telling me that my personal data has been done. So we have like 1 to 9. We have it 1 to 9, numbered 1 to 9. So we are going into the second one, which is degree information. So now you have to put in title of degree. Whatever title that your degree has, put it in this column. Then the next thing, make sure you put the title correctly. So Bachelor of Science in whatever, in microbiology, Bachelor of Arts in philosophy, Bachelor of, so whatever it is, just put it in. We know that the next one is whether is graduate, yeah, or masters. So if it's graduate, you put in that it's graduate. Then you go on further to tell us so if you do not find your country, okay, so if your country is not here, that you need to tell them. They've provided an email address where you will send like a query or something. So you go on to put your Nigeria as Nigeria that you're from, or whatever country you're from. You will see the list in the drop down bar. Then for those who are in Nigeria, your studies are organized in credits. So make sure to put either the first option or the second option, because if not, it's going to affect you when you now want to talk about your subjects, credits, and its equivalence. If you choose that your studies were organized in credit, it will bring out another option for you to impute the total number of credits, and you have to do that. Start of this course was 2006 to 2010, and that's what I'm going to be imputing. So this means that it was a 5-year course. Remember that this is just a tutorial. So after that, they're now asking me if I completed the study, and the answer is yes. They're asking me qualification. What qualification did I get? I got a qualification. I said yes. Then approved title. Is the title approved? Yes, that's yes as well. So I'm going to press keep, and it tells me that operation has been carried out fully. So now I need to go on to the third one, which is study classification code. So this study classification code now is like your department, sort of the classification of your study. So I'm going to click in this drop down bar, and I'll look for where my own, because I studied English and literature, right? So I'm going to put in arts, and in brackets we have other studies. So arts and humanities basically. So you can see arts and humanities, Spanish branch is telling us it's arts and humanities, so it has registered. So in the fourth numbered stage, is telling us about study rating scale. So it already told me now that country of study is Nigeria. It already has that information, so that's why it's coming out. For this study scale rating, it just means what your subjects you are rated in, and in Nigeria it's actually A to E, as F is already a failed subject and you have to repeat. So choose the second one. So as you can see here, it said in event that you do not find your scale among the ones published, you should send your certificate or transcript to the provided email address. So because I found my own, I don't need this. So now we'll go on to subjects, credit, and equivalence. So now you're going to be add the full name of the subject and credit and the grade on the scale of the university of origin. Subject must be added in the same order as they appear in the official certificate of the academic record. So you need to have like your academic record with you. So you're going to put it in here as it appears in that academic record. Remember that lastly, you'll be forwarding this academic record to them, so they'll be able to compare. So here we have first year was 2006/2007, and my first subject is phonetics. This is like it's fictitious. I'm not using a real transcript, so bear with me. Because this was translated into English, the scale rating did not come out properly. If you want to get the original scale rating that you can relate to, please translate back to Spanish and it will be coming out, then you can make your options from there. Then credit and subject. So this credit basically is like how many credit load was this course? Was it one? Was it more than one? So you're going to be putting it there as well. So we have that imputed, and we're going on to the next. So this one has already saved, as you can see. So now you're going to continue to put in all the subjects that you studied in your first year. You need to put all of them in, and also just continue to fill in the details as it appears here. You will see that as you keep on saving it, it continues to register down. So you're already creating the equivalence. So you continue to do this until you have put in both your first semester results and your second semester as well. Yes, so this is me putting in a third subject, which is English for beginners, and I'm going to put in I put a C for this, and I went ahead to say credit/subject, and I put in what it was. So we are just doing this to show you how to go about it, because you need to be able to skip this stage in order for you to get admitted into universities here in Spain. You can see I have 3 different subjects here. So let's say that this is not done, but I'm going to be using this as an example. So after this, you can now say now that I've finished my first year. Now I'm going to second year. So you go into the second year and you go into the third year. Once you impute and it's done on your real transcript that you have to have with you, you continue to feed in other years so that you can now get the equivalence. So that's why I'm using my fonts to tell you need to feed in each and every year all the subjects that were done in all those years. It will appear here. See here, subject, original scale rating, credit subjects, then this is Spanish scaling rating. So everything is going to be here. This one, in this way, they will understand the equivalence of your foreign degree certificate. So when you're done with this, you can now just go into the next stage will be summary of grades and overall average. So in this stage, you will need to now put your overall Cgpa so that the system can give you the overall equivalence. Then in the next stage, which is additional information, just put in your school's website where the degree was obtained. 8 will be procedure to which you submit the declaration, which is the school that is requesting for this declaration. You have to put it there. A lot of Spanish schools will come out, just impute it. Then you send in your documentation, which is the original certificate and transcript of record. It will be good if it has been legalized by the Ministry of Education. Basically, the next stages after imputing all your details on here. I want to believe that with this you understand what I'm talking about. It's not rocket science. It's very easy to do, but if you do not understand, or there's something I was not able to explain and you would like to ask questions, please leave your questions down in this video, and I'll be getting to it when I can. And I could also help you to do the homologation, but of course it's not going to be free, so do well to reach out. Okay guys, you're welcome back. So I would want to believe that I've been able to teach you how to homologate or get the equivalence of your foreign degree certificate at the comfort of your home. If it's still not clear to you, because I know that some people will need extra tutorial, or you want me to help you do this, then do well to reach out to me using my details up on this channel. And if you would need to translate your documents, remember I work with authorized translators and I can bring this service to you in no time. Just do well to use the details up on this video and reach out making the request. If you have other questions you would like to ask concerning this, please leave the comments down in the comment section. I enjoyed bringing this one to you and I hope you learned a thing or two. Please do well to share this video to somebody who you think will need it, and binge another of my content. I have several educative contents that you would want to watch, so do well to binge. All right, thank you very much for joining me on today's video. See you on my next one. Till then, hasta luego.